In this video, we're going to look at how to embed a Google Calendar. This is a little tricky. It's probably one of the harder things that you're going to do with your website. But if you follow these steps, it should work for you. It's really not that tough. You just kind of have to be meticulous and make sure you follow all the steps correctly. So at this point, you should have already watched the video on creating a public Google Calendar, unless, of course, you know how to do that already and you have it created. So you have to have your calendar or calendars, if you want to do more than one, ready to go before doing this next part. So if we notice here, I'm on my calendar page and there's nothing on here. So I want to go to Page Properties, check out and edit the page. Scroll down to the content area. Now, what we're actually going to do is we're actually going to be taking the code, the programming, it's called HTML, and we're going to take it from Google and they're going to create it for us. All we really have to do is copy and paste. But we're going to be putting it here. So down here, you're going to click the HTML button and you just get this. So if anything's in there, just delete it and leave the page for a moment. Now go back to your Google Calendar. So I've created two calendars, one called US History and one called World History. You may choose to have multiple calendars, one for every subject. You can have one for every class, or you can just have one and break it up as the day goes on. And let me just show you a couple examples here. You know, if you've got your first hour, your second hour, your third hour, your fourth hour, and fifth, and so on, technically, you could have one calendar for everything. And if you want to put a different color for the different subject areas, all you have to do is edit the calendar and you can actually go and set a specific color for any event if you want to go that way. I'm going to show you how to do this with multiple calendars in case that's what you choose to do, but it's really the same process for one or two or three. All right, so to embed a calendar, I need to pick one of my calendars. Doesn't matter which one if you have multiple. Click the little drop-down box and go to Calendar Settings. Okay. So next thing we want to do, if you scroll down about halfway, it has one that says embed this calendar. We actually want to customize a few things. So come and click on the customize color, size, and other options here. Now, what you can do is if you want to title it, you can title the calendar. This one already actually has one there. You can choose what you want to show and not show. So as you can see, as I click and unclick it, things will disappear and reappear. It's up to you if you want to allow people to use all these. I personally like them all, so I'm going to leave it as is. Default view, choose when people go to your website. When they go here, what are they going to see first? Are they going to see the week? Excuse me, this is the month view. You can go to the week view, which looks like this, or the agenda view, which gives you that. I think I'm going to go with the week view, so I'm going to choose this. As long as you leave the tabs checked here, they can actually scroll between or choose between the three. For width, for our websites, I found that 600 pixels is the width that is works the best. I would also leave the height at 600 pixels, but if you want to play around with it, that's up to you. Week starts on, I would leave it on Sunday. I mean, personally, I'd like to just see Monday through Friday and not see Saturday and Sunday. Honestly, I haven't figured out how to do that, so if you do, please share it with me. I mean, I'd love to know how to do that. So I'm going to leave that on Sunday. Background color and border, you can play around with that. The last thing is you can choose which calendars you want to show. So if you want just the one, leave it as is. If you want multiple, down here I'm going to check World History also. Now, I have everything chosen how I want it, and I can kind of scroll through this and see what it's going to kind of look like for the user. Here's all the stuff I created. Then, this is that coding, the HTML that we want to use. But let's just make sure it's correct by clicking on this Update HTML button. So, now I want to copy all this right here. So you could try to highlight it and hope you get it all. An easy thing to do is just click in here somewhere, do your Control A, which is all, and then copy it. You can copy it by right-clicking and choosing Copy, or I like the shortcut of Control C. All right, now I'm going to come back to my website. Come in here, remember I'm under HTML. Make sure my cursor is blinking here, and now I want to paste. Again, you can right-click, choose Paste, or you can do the shortcut, the Control V. Once you get it like that, leave it. Don't press enter, don't type anything in. Come down here to design and click design. And it has embedded this calendar into your website. To see what it looks like, hit publish. And now I can see my calendar. So again, the 600 width made it just fit perfectly. If you want it to be smaller for some reason, change that width to a different number. If you want it to be if you want it to be shorter, change the height from 600 to 500 or 400. Or if you want it to be longer, make it longer. But the nice thing is, this is an interactive calendar. You enter your events one time on your Google Calendar, and every time you add it, it will automatically update on this calendar here. So the user could go to next week, they could see what's going on, they can click on the events, look at more details, they can see everything that you have if you have more information added there. If they want to, if it's a student and they have their own Google Calendar, they can click copy to my calendars and copy the event right to there. So that's how you embed a Google Calendar onto your website.